start. Good evening, campus. So, I'm sure sir, you went to a post office, right? Back in the days. And I used to go to the post office as well with my dad because I used to collect stamps. So it was a special occasion for me every time I went to the post office. And also because I posted a letter to my cousins living abroad back then. But passing the post office these days, it's just a sad side because it's technically standing there saying it's a post office, but there's nothing that resembles a post office. So our idea is basically getting these post offices, getting these gems that we used to have part of our daily lives back in school days. And during that daily days, what we have to do is there's an opportunity that we have seen that e-commerce businesses are coming up, and currently private courier services like e-courier, foreign courier services like DHL, they are occupying the market for these e-commerce e-vendors. But if we can provide a reliable option for them, it's definitely, the government service is definitely cheaper for them. Also, it's very attractive for them. If we can provide them that we are reliable, we are the option for them, then maybe the post offices, the postal service will get back to its glory days. So initially we have gone on from the situational analysis that show the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The opportunity that we saw, as I mentioned earlier, the e-commerce vendors, e-commerce business provides vast opportunities for these companies, for the postal service. However, the advancement of its competitors means that even though the competitors are providing services at a higher cost, the businesses are actually opting to go for them. So moving on, we've created a big idea that says that that's divided into 4 parts basically: the physical part, digital part, financial, and lastly we see the difference that we will provide compared to our competitors. So we are in that. I'm Sakti Bangla, and these are my groupmates, and we will be presenting our ideas now. Okay, hello, I'm Dasin Tausi from MAN, and now looking forward to him, I would like to present the 4 big ideas which we are moving on to. So first one, as you can see, this is the digital part over here. First of all, we will create a .post domain. So what is that? It is mainly our government operated site where the information will be very much secure, and it will contain all the information all together. Then we will create our web-to interface. What is that? It is a very interactive interface where the people can put all the information and all the comments. Then moving on, we will create a tier 2 server. This server will divide the 2 parts, 2 information into 2 places. Like suppose a person is there and another person is there. So one person will prepare the information and the other person will deliver the information to the end consumer. Okay, moving on to the last part over here. This is mainly the compatibility part. So what that server will do, the post domain server, that will create a compatible interface. Like if you use an Android phone or Microsoft phone, or if you use iOS phone, that will be very much compatible to the server. So any person throughout their mobile, they can put the information there, and they can put the information and comment also. So moving on to the physical part. You can see here, the first one is the collection. So we are mainly targeting the major areas of our city, like the Motisil part, Bhavani part, Bhushan part, Hanmoni part. There will be collection booths. So these are the major areas. So the people who are working there, they will get to deliver their products to the booth, so that their products will get value and delivered onto the places in necessary amount of time. Okay, moving on, you can see that it will have our integrated logistics. As I mentioned, the tier 2 server, there will be 2 parts, where the information will be provided in 2 parts. Like the people will know about the information, which the other people will put onto the server, and the other people will deliver it. So it will have an integrated process. Moving on, this is the financial part. First of all, the incentives. As you know, this is the government process. Mainly the government has to create some kind of relationship with others. So the government will try to create some subsidies. Next term, we will show the low cost, how it can be possible. So we will definitely achieve economies of scale, because as we will deliver the service to all the people in our country, so we will also get maximum reach at lowest amount of cost. Moving on. So the next comes the difference. What is the difference? Main difference. So as I mentioned, the Postal, it is mainly applicable to this service, DNSSPC. What is that? It is the domain name secure service. So what is that? It will create all kinds of securities, like there will be no hack, nothing. You can give your information over there. You can give your information, and the service will be provided. So it will be very much secure. Then it comes to the hassle-free logistics. As I mentioned, the service will be very much efficient, so it will be hassle-free. Next comes the affordable part. The people will get to avail the service in different forms and also through the internet, so it will be very much affordable to the people also at the lowest amount of cost. Moving on.
Honorable judges, now we will continue with how we are going to promote the business. As we already know that our target customers will be the e-commerce business. So we have to promote it in such a way so that we actually reflect that we are sincere and that we have changed the idea that previously, postal business of Bangladesh is meant really unreliable business. It used to be very time consuming, and definitely there used to be fraudulence and everything. So we have to completely change the idea. We have to come up with a kind of personality so that people actually trust us. They can actually trust with the business. Okay. And secondly, first of all, with the ideas, implementation plans and everything, we are just deciding on to just like opening the business and implementing the plans in just one geographic area in Dhaka, in just for 1 year, and just to see if our plan works well. And then afterwards, we're just going to extend it. Moving on, let's know that how we are going to promote our business. Now, A.Shay.Mar. Now, what happened was previously, whenever we used to talk about Bangladesh Postal Service, it obviously represented that there was no assurance that whether your postal, your mails are actually going to be received by the clients and everything. The clients used to be just disappointed with our business. So what we have to do is we have to actually, as I already have said, that we have to promote that yes, we are sincere. This is our logo. As you can see, we have changed the logo and everything. We have changed the symbol. It's just symbolizing aeroplane, which shows that it's a speed business, convenient, reliable. Okay. Finally, promotional campaigns. Slowly, we are just going to promote it, try to gather, we have to catch the eyes of this promoter so that we get a stable financial sources and everything. Next, we will be carried on the implementation plan for Postal.
So for the implementation, we will be carrying on a 1-year plan to see if the business model is feasible. The first 3 months will be, the first part will be studying and evaluating how the business will be operated, whether the business is profitable or what. We will also be connecting to some vendors to see if they are interested to see our services. For the second part, we will be carrying on a pilot project. Few select vendors. We will be delivering their products. We will be integrating our services there for 3 months. And for the third quarter, we will be scaling out fully. Please be noted that it's for Dhaka city only initially for the first year before we move on to the rest of the country. So for the third quarter, we will be bringing out all the vendors under our umbrella, and we will be carrying a full-scale operation under the Dhaka city. Lastly, for the fourth quarter, as well as carrying out the full-scale operation, we will be observing where we went wrong, correcting our weaknesses, correcting our wrongs, and see if things can get better for us or whether it will be profitable for us. So the main thing that we have to remember is A.Shay.Mar. So we have to focus on being reliable, the postal service that people can count on rather than being a joke to the nation. So that will be all from us. Any questions? Okay.
Can I have just one question? Firstly, I really like the way you described it as a First question is obviously why? Because as you can see, Dhaka is the capital and also a very urban city. But you think that Dhaka is representative of the majority of our population who actually lives in the rural areas? And if your pilot succeeds in an urban area like Dhaka, how sure are you that it will succeed in the rural area? And if not, then how are you going to basically change your plan to make sure it does?
So, as you're aware, Dhaka is the most densely populated city in the country, right? So, if we can establish a backbone in Dhaka that provides us a platform to build our business on, to build our own block. So, if we can find out, yeah, there will definitely be drawbacks and weaknesses, there will be differences in rural areas or cities such as Rajshahi, Chittagong, Kumasi, and so on and so on. So, but starting in Dhaka, that gives us a solid backing because the majority of the population, or not the majority, the highest earners of the country is in this city, right? And this city is the most infrastructurally advanced in the whole country. So even if we do face hurdles in the other cities, we know that we have a solid base that we can base our operations on, that we can count on, that can supply us with our capital as well as feedback while we are working on the other cities, solving the other hurdles. I hope that answers the question.
Okay. In that case, the second part of the question was, you did not say anything about your competitors. So when you are going to do something, suppose you are DHL. Think of it from their point. Your DHL, Dhaka Postal Service comes around with this new offer. Will you say idle? Will you say idle, or will you actually do something to make your offer even better? If that is the case, what will you do as Dhaka Postal Service to make sure that you are competitively better?
One advantage that we face is DHL cannot match our postal. So whatever DHL tries, they will definitely try. They cannot match our services. And at one point, what they will do is, our projections tell us, our assumptions tell us that they will not be targeting the vendors anymore because it won't be profitable enough for them anymore, unless someone is willing to pay a premium.
Secondly, if you look at the social stratification of this, especially participating, the majority of people are middle class, below middle class. So there are a lot of people who are actually not being able to use HL services and who need it.
What is it? They're not using Dhaka Postal Service.
They're using private, our local, some who is like here. Then there are some, yeah, they will definitely be trying to match us. But the thing is, our government banking gives us a wider reach than that. So even if they do try to imitate us or compete with us, it will take them a lot of time because most of them, as far as I know, they are in the startup phase or they have just crossed the startup phase. So it will be years before they can, or unless someone takes them over, gives them a huge investment, it will be years before they can match us in service. And as for DHL is collecting delivery charges, which will be passed on to the consumers. Consumers will not be if you order something, you will be looking for ways that does not charge you extra. So that is something we are prepared to provide.
Okay. So we are analyzing Bangladesh Post Office situation, right? Okay. Bangladesh Post Office is actually it's a heritage organization. It's running since for more than 100 years. And during this time, this organization was under different administration actually. Governments were different by different national people. So when an organization is in a heritage situation, it has to be bottom. So according to your study, what is your main challenge? What do you find that main challenge?
Main challenge would be overcoming the organization. The culture, like you said, it's a heritage organization, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So people working there are heritage, or I don't know, hereditary. They are laid back. This is about distribution. We don't need to work harder. But this public-private partnership and this responsibility will actually force them to change their culture if they want to succeed. So the government has to make sure there is an active role over here in monitoring the postal services, making sure it's not lacking behind, and under constant monitoring. I know it's realistically it sounds kind of impossible, as I might say, but somehow government has to make sure that this changes, this culture is,
Is there a challenge in handling the user group, the clients?
Challenges, yes, sir. There will be like, people using this for 100 years. They already know that you're not reliable. Plus, in Bangladesh, basically, whenever you talk about technology and everything, these people are always like, pessimistic about it. That are we actually going to be able to implement this idea? Are we actually be able to, can they actually rely on us with this technologies and everything? This, as you have seen the service and everything, we have planned to use. This one, most of the people will be like, are you sure you can use this? So this will be the challenge.
This is where our pilot implementation comes to fore. We show them with our pilot implementation that we are actually capable of handling them.
Sir, I would like to add to that because, sir, as the government is here and as it is very relevant to the postal service, they are saying that September 2000, goal of 2021. So, sir, this the digital Bangladesh, digitalization of Bangladesh. So, sir, this is a big point for our country and for the other things like you mentioned, disability. So, obviously, we can go from that part to that part. We can think of that. So, why not we can do the postal service to make it digitalized? Right, thanks. I'll just give you one advice on the presentation point of view. Firstly, you give introduction, right? Make it short. Introduction is basically where you catch the attention, right? So I thought it was a bit long-winded. Make it shorter and crisper because the substance is fine. Make it a little bit shorter, it's fine. And overall, I think the solutions you gave try to make it a little bit more specific. At times, I felt it was a bit too generic, but overall,